Okay guys, they just released the update. I'm not sure if it's still in the PTB or is it gonna be in a new update like right away, but they just nerfed again Circle of Healing. Right now it's basically self-care. In fact, to be honest with you, you're probably pretty much better off running self-care than Circle of Healing, because at least for self-care, if you get hit, like let's say 5 seconds to the game and the killer leaves you for whatever reason, which is rare, at least you can hurry up and heal up. You don't have to worry about somebody like, you know, doing it for you, or you having to find a totem to bless it. None of that, right? But the reason, like, I don't have an issue with the idea of Circle of Healing, right? And to be honest with you, as a survivor main, and I'm not a killer main, so I don't know what it's like to go up against a squad that just repeatedly replenish Circle of Healing after you snuff it out. But to me, I only had an issue with Circle of Healing because of just the priority of it. I feel like people prioritize healing and knowing that they was gonna get hit. Obviously, if you have a killer pressure in the map and gens and stuff like that, and you know they're chasing, someone's gonna get injured. The killer may leave that survivor for whatever reason. Totally understandable. Again, I'm not a killer main. I've tried killer, so you know I'm a survivor main with 3,000 hours. My main focus is to get the gens done. Like, this is a survival horror game, right? Okay, killer is trying to kill us. Survivor is trying to escape. You don't escape the trial by healing over and over and over and over again. You do not escape the trial. You do not escape the trial by just running all day. The main way you escape the trial, the only way you escape the trial, well, it's 2 ways, right? But the main way you escape the trial, or everybody has a chance to get out, is to complete generators. It's that simple. It's really can't get any more simpler than that. You have to do gens. Okay, and for the people that say stuff like, oh, it's too boring to sit on gens, like when people feel like you're calling them out, that's what they say. It's too boring to sit on gens. I don't want to just, well, why don't you take chase then? But then again, most people cannot even loop. So, and what I mean by loop, I ain't talking about you just running around. Like, I'm talking about like actually being able to occupy the killer's time, or getting jumped by the zombie and nemesis, because apparently he can't guard me, so he need help. But you get my point. Is if you take too long healing all day, you can listen. You can only get caught and get hooked so many times. It's not like every time you heal, the Circle of Healing is giving you extra, like it give you like less slashes off your name. So every time you get hooked, you get like replenished health and you can never die. That's not what it is. If I'm in, listen, if you're not somebody who, and I'm not trying to gas myself up here, but I mean I just know how to play the game. I know how to loop. I have 3,000 hours, so I know what I'm doing. What I'm saying is that if you're a survivor that is either new or you're just not that good in chase, I can understand why you care to keep Circle of Healing the way it is. But if you are a survivor who actually run the killer like daily, like this is what I like, it's rarely a match where I can't run the killer, right? It's rarely a match. And if I'm running for them for at least 2 minutes, 3 minutes or whatever, do you know how frustrating it is to not hear a gen pop, but to actually hear a explosion pop of another? And I'm talking about, I understand that people say, oh well, there are other boons to bless. It's not just Circle of Healing, right? Like Dark Theory, which is trash, Shadow Step, and all these other things. Listen, totally understandable. There are other perks in this game. There's other blessing totems. I get all of that, but let's not act like Circle of Healing is not the main and most popular. That's the one right now that's going crazy on Twitter. That's the one right now that people are really upset about because they nerfed it again. And I guess it seems like the devs are catering to the killers, which I want more killers to come back to play, because I feel like that, you know what I'm saying. Listen, I'm not a killer main at all. I tried it, I won 50%, of my games, but I don't really care to play killers. It's just not in me. But I have a newfound respect for killers. It is not easy to go. I can imagine going up against a Swift, and a team that know how to loop, a team that also have Circle of Healing, and they keep giving them health states. I can imagine that. But I'm not really looking at killers on that side, because I'm not a killer man, so I can't empathize with them saying, oh man, I went up against survivors and all they know how to do is just heal, and I can't catch them. It's more of, I'm looping the killer all day and we got 1 gen left and no one else is injured but me, because I'm probably one in chase getting hit, but I'm still occupying the killer's time. I'm probably running adrenaline, so maybe a gen to pop. Nope, I just hear an explosion just out of nowhere. I just hear an explosion. I hear explosion and it's nobody's injured, but it's Circle of Healing. And I get that people just want to get points. It's more into the game and just, you know, sitting on gens. Again, take chase. Why don't I don't mind sitting on gens. I don't mind doing the objective. I don't mind looking for hex totems. I don't mind trying to prevent NOED. I know how to play the game. And I guess that in this community, I feel like it's sympathize with killers more than survivors, because survivors are always looked at as entitled, and survivors, I mean, killers, I feel like they're just babied. But at the same time, I feel like when you really play both sides, and I was always told this, and I didn't really understand until I actually played both sides a little bit. You start to understand, but it's not about it being OP for me, as if I was a killer. Because like I said, I was an Ash rank 20 killer. I don't play killer at all. So to me, anybody can pretty much, I mean, I know how to mind game a little bit because I know how to play survivor, you see. But at the same time, I'm not a killer main who's good at the game, and then circle healing comes out of nowhere and I'm complaining about it. It's more if I'm a survivor main, and if I'm the one running in chase and I'm helping my team, because if the killer is not chasing you, you need to do gens. How else why am I running? Right? Like, what is the, like, I'm running obviously to not die, but what is the sense of somebody who can run the killer running when eventually you're gonna exhaust all of your resources because bloodlust kicks in, okay? And you're gonna probably eventually make some mistakes. I hate when people act like survivors can't make any mistakes in chase. You're gonna make some mistakes, or you're just gonna get outplayed. It happens, especially with this new MMR system, which is fine, because I don't mind the sweat. I don't mind camping. I don't mind tunneling. The only thing I hate about slugging is not because, oh, it's to prevent the 4K. It's just I don't like waiting all day. But then they'll say bring unbreakable, but then I'll counter that and just say, well, you know, stomp out blessed totem. I mean, listen, I can go all day about hypocrisy between killer and survivors on the entitlement, right? Because I feel like it's on both sides, right? We can always talk about how we can counter both perks or whatever. We can always do that. But the bottom line, and I just wanted to make this short video, I'm really glad that they nerfed it, because now I feel like we can really get back to just focusing on gens. It was the game I actually played with the Ghostface, and I was in chase, and NOED kicked in. He got a speed buff, and literally when he caught me, and you heard the NOED and you seen it was NOED, when he caught me, I didn't hear somebody looking for a blessed totem. I mean, I didn't hear somebody looking for a NOED. I hear somebody blessing another totem. Why are you blessing or trying to heal? It's NOED. People try to heal with NOED activated. Like, how does that make sense? How are you gonna heal with NOED activated? That's a one shot regardless. I just feel like people don't understand. I just wanted to just say my piece. That's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to say my piece, dude. And I understand that you got people that's just not gonna agree, and that's fine. I don't care. Listen, I just ask that people just have a respectable discussion. That's all. You can disagree with me. I don't care if you disagree. That's fine. I mean, I respect your opinion, but you don't have to be rude about it. And I feel like in this community, I haven't played all games in my life, but I will say this game is one of the most entitled, toxic communities I've ever been a part of. This game is not, in my opinion, meant to be balanced at all. It's a survival horror game, and not everybody's going to escape. People have to capitulate to that understanding, right? And see, when you run a killer like this is when you deserve to get face camped. This is when you deserve it, right? Because apparently you run a killer all day, and the killer gets mad and whatever. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please let me know, and let's just keep it respectful, guys. Have a good day, and peace.